If the aim is to improve employee engagement in the workplace, something we'll have to deal with is workplace stress and burnout. You can't ignore it, and you can't accept it and expect everyone else to accept it as just part of the work life or environment, because people more and more are refusing to accept that and are looking for alternatives, places and situations where they don't have to be as impacted by burnout and stress. It's actually a pretty big problem in the workplace. 75% of employers say that stress is their top concern when it comes to thinking about the health and the productivity of the workforce. Employees feel the same way. In one study, nearly 68% of employees said that they experience burnout on a regular basis, at least sometimes, and that it affects their work. And the health of employees is also impacted by the amount of stress that they're experiencing, so much so that there's an impact in the workplace. Absenteeism, people leaving for health-related reasons, people not being able to feel and do their best when they're at work because of all the health impacts that come from stress and burnout. These are big problems that we can't ignore and that we shouldn't accept. So let's talk about the causes of workplace burnout and stress. Different studies report different data. In one study by ComPsych, as reported by the American Stress Institute, the main causes of stress had to do with workload and people issues. In other studies, workload shows up again, as well as unfair compensation or expectations outside of work hours, looming deadlines, unrealistic expectations of managers, not being able to strike that work-life balance, having conflicts with people. All of these things are said to impact productivity and performance. Employees want to do their best, but they feel saddled by all these stress-producing effects. And many of these could be managed. They could at least be considered and addressed by managers in the workplace. Some of the ways to do that would be to have improved communication between managers and employees. Employees who feel supported by their managers report significantly less burnout on a regular basis. And when employees feel like their managers and their organizations are investing in their development, well, suddenly the work becomes less stressful. It doesn't feel like work just for the sake of work. It doesn't feel unproductive. It feels like, for them, that the work has meaning and that there's something that will come out of the work that they do. This is why it's so important for you to develop leadership skills and supervisory and management skills in the people who are at the front line managing the work that others do. Here at People First Productivity Solutions, we've researched this and we've developed courses and programs and tools to help your supervisors be savvy about managing workplace stress and be thoughtful about what it takes to engage employees. We strongly recommend that every first-time manager especially have an opportunity to develop the skills of managing work and of leading people. Our Workplace Conversations program was built for this specific purpose and with these outcomes in mind. Take a look at that course. It's available for groups. You could take entire management teams through that course, or you can send one person at a time. It's available not only as an instructor-led classroom workshop or as a remote delivery workshop and webinars, but also as a DIY class so that people can do self-pacing and take the course for themselves when and how it makes sense for them. Whatever format you choose, be sure your managers have an opportunity to access training so that they can be at their best. When they're at their best, they can help manage the workload and manage the variables so that you manage the levels of stress that people are feeling.